Bitcoin is at a pivotal point right now, but more importantly, there's so much things happening in the background that people are not paying attention to. So today, guys, I am going to show you all of this. I am going to show you the charts, showing us what the next major Bitcoin move is going to be, guys. So make sure to stick around from the beginning until the end. Welcome back, everybody. My name is Chris, bringing you cryptocurrency videos every day, teaching you how to make money in this market. If you're new to the channel, then make sure to subscribe and activate the bell right now. So let's get straight into it. And what we can see here, guys, is that we have seen on the 4-hourly time frame a move actually above the orange box here. Now, you know that this orange box is a key point of resistance, and the fact that we managed to break through it on the 4-hourly time frame, yes, we have since gone down and we're trying to break through it again here. But the fact that we I would say more or less easily broke through this is a very good sign. Now, if you look at the daily time frame, you can see that on the daily, we broke through it. We actually did manage to close this candle above the orange box as well. But look at this red candle. The bulls are trying to keep us above this orange box while the bears are trying to push us down. So there's a very interesting tug of war here. And yeah, this is going to dictate where the next major trend is going to be. If we can go up above this orange box, that is actually a very, very good sign. Now, there's a couple of other things I want to show you as well. First, I'm just going to mention this trend line right here. We're still some far away from it. So this is at $63,000. But if we, for some reason, are going to have a big pump, just know that this very key pivotal orange trend line is going to act as resistance. And the previous times when we hit it, that is when we saw this big rejection. So just wanted to point that out. But more importantly, the moving averages. If you look at the moving averages on the daily time frame, actually on the 4-hourly time frame, you can see that we do have a couple of them actually at the $59,000, $60,000 range. But on the daily time frame, which is the more significant one, you can see that we have the 200-day moving average here. And this is where we went up and we didn't manage to break through it. So this was definitely acting as resistance. And it is going to do the same if we come up to this level again. So it's currently at $58,700. So if we come up to this level, then expect the Bitcoin price to react to this level for sure. So going back to something else, I want to show you the traditional markets because this is actually looking really, really bullish. So traditional markets, they're opening up today. And if we see a continuation towards the upside, and I'm going to lean into this a little bit more later on in this video, why it's so significant. But if traditional markets sees a continuation towards the upside, when the futures market opens up later on this evening, that is a very, very good sign. I cannot stress that enough. You know that I've been saying this for a while already. And meanwhile, Bitcoin has been trending down. And I do think it's only a matter of time, guys, until you see some extreme moves towards the upside. And also on the Lux Algo, you know, Lux Algo, the most reliable indicator that that we've used essentially on the channel. It hasn't given us a buy or a bullish signal since May of 2024. But when it gave that to us, we actually did pump quite significantly. So we pumped like 20%. So now, I do think we're very close to getting a new buy signal on the Lux Algo. So as soon as that happens, guys, I am going to let you know. So make sure to activate the bell icon on this video to make sure that you get that information as soon as possible. Also on the DXY, this is the dollar index. When the DXY goes up, then traditional markets usually goes down and Bitcoin usually goes down. But when this goes down, then usually Bitcoin and traditional market goes up. So you can see that inverse correlation. This is actually on the weekly time frame. We've had a bad week for the US dollar index, but look at this. We still have some ways off. We can still go down another 1% or so until we're about to reach this potential bounce zone. So all in all, guys, I think that stuff is still looking pretty good. And if we are to have another pullback for Bitcoin, I am going to accumulate and add more to my position. But I'm happy with the position I already have. As well as, you know, guys, I did enter into a trade. It's currently at a loss, making sure I'm adding more margin to make sure I'm not getting liquidated. But I do think eventually this is going to turn out to be extremely profitable. And if we look at what's happening this week, you can see that Jerome Powell and the Fed are having multiple meetings. There's multiple speeches happening. So this is definitely going to impact the prices of the markets as well. So let's keep our eyes on that. But this is also, I'm telling you, there's a lot of things to go over in this video, guys. So Bitcoin mining difficulty has hit its lowest level since March. And why is this significant? Because you know that miners have been operating at a very big loss recently because the price to mine Bitcoin has been so high, and with the halving, they get less reward, so they get cut in half. So the Bitcoin difficulty has now adjusted. So at least they're getting more money, or it's not as unprofitable to mine Bitcoin. So this is a good thing. It means that the selling pressure from the miners is going to hopefully start to not be as relevant anymore moving forward, because we know that the miners have been selling and dumping extreme amounts of Bitcoin just to keep their business alive. So this is all good. Everything is going according to plan. And also when it comes to the spot Ethereum ETFs, some of these experts, they say that it's going to start trading as soon as July the 15th. So the price of Ethereum has gone down since the surprise approval. So I do think there's a big value proposition in getting Ethereum at this point. And I do think that Ethereum is going to spark the next leg of the bull market as well due to this ETF. So we will see if that's going to be the case or not. We do have on the liquidation map, we do have big potential short liquidations if we can just clear the $58,000 to $59,000 area. If we can clear this level, if Bitcoin can pump, then we're going to take out all of these shorts and we're going to see a short squeeze and we're going to have magnificent pumps towards the upside. So let's keep our eyes on that. I do have this very interesting fractal, what you have here in the bottom, and this is a tech dev chart. What you have at the bottom is the NUPL, which is the net unrealized profit and loss, meaning how much of the entire Bitcoin supply is currently at a profit or at a loss, right? So what you can see is that there is a significant amount right now that is at a loss. Sorry, that is at essentially break even. Well, that's not as important. What's important is to just look at the fractal, where we were previously when we saw the same kind of pattern here on the 4-week chart. So it's essentially the monthly. So you can see that during this consolidation from 2021 to 2024, we have had this pattern play out. And you can see that we have hit this previous all-time high multiple times here. And we've had this consolidation right here, which ironically was the same amount of profits and losses as we're seeing right now. So look at this consolidation, look at the average profit and loss right here. And then you look at where we are, well, this is where we're at right now and where we were in 2014 to 2018. And then you compare it to the profit and loss that we had on the NUPL. And you can see that it looks very, very similar. And this was the last thing before the next major run-up. So this is why I'm telling you, I think that we're not yet there. I think we need to see the spot Ethereum ETF launch. I do think towards the end of July, we're going to start to slowly see the markets pick up again. And then we're going to have some parabolic moves towards the upside. I do think that at some point, you're going to have explosive moves. So all we need to do right now, guys, is just prepare for it. We need to load our bags and we need to be prepared for it. So when I look at the traditional markets and I look at Bitcoin and I look at how underperforming Bitcoin has been doing recently. Now, this is actually this is the lowest it's been in 4.5 years, meaning the correlation is the lowest since 4.5 years. So traditional markets have been doing really well while Bitcoin has been going down. Now, the question is, this typically happens sometimes and Bitcoin always catches up. And I want to ask you, do you think that now is different? Do you think for some reason that now Bitcoin is not going to catch up? I don't think so. I do think that Bitcoin is going to catch up and that will be very, very glorious. And also what some analysts are saying is that the government selling Bitcoin is actually overestimated. So $224 billion has flowed into this market since 2023 and government sees Bitcoin contributes about $9 billion to the realized cap. So you have so much money flowing into the market and it's actually a bit overblown, the fact that even if they were to dump everything, yes, it's going to have its impact, but more than anything, people are just spooked by the fact that they are able to dump this. So this is why I think that, Bitcoin is not that in such a bad spot right now. I do think that we are going to have some nice things happening for us moving forward. And there have been 300 ETFs being launched in 2024. The 4 most successful are all Bitcoin spot ETFs. So I do think that this is going to continue to be the case, barring also maybe the Ethereum ETF could also be hugely successful. Now, Cardano is having a hard fork. It's happening in the end of July. What's worth noting here is that the previous hard fork in 2021, ADA surged 130% from $1.30 to $3 in just 1 month. So we know that the Cardano community is big. We know that they are very, very active. So I'm just gonna point this out, that Cardano is going to have this fork here moving forward. Guys, that's what I got for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.